All right, my name's Drew, and I'm also doing the plastic pollution problem with UN goal number 14. And so, our oceans affect every aspect of our lives, from the weather to the economy, and it is in grave danger. In a study done in the late 70s and early 80s, it was found that 85% of sea turtles, all but one of the species, 18% of seabirds, including 31% of penguin species, 27% of marine mammals species have all been found to have become entangled or ingested some form of plastic or other marine debris. And due to the difficulty in gathering this data, it is certain that there is more that we haven't been able to find, and this problem has only gotten worse since the late 70s and 80s. So not only is this a problem for marine life, but it poses a threat to us as well. But there is something that we can still do about it. So today, I will first discuss the problem that we are facing with ocean pollution. Then I'll talk about what we can do to fix this problem, and then last, I will discuss how everyone and everything will benefit from a healthier ocean. So as an avid surfer, beach lifeguard, and seafood lover, I have seen firsthand how bad this problem is and the wildlife that is affected. And so how much plastic goes in our oceans? It is estimated that there is around 12.7 million metric tons of plastic that make it into our ocean every year. And these plastics consist of microplastics and nanoplastics, which are smaller than 5 millimeters. And then mesoplastics, which are between 5 and 10 millimeters, and then macroplastics, which are anything bigger than 10 millimeters. And it is estimated that about 296,521 tons of plastic are just on the surface of the ocean, and only 1% of the trash of the ocean is on the surface. So that big number is just 1%. And then, so how does it affect marine life? The most visible impacts of plastic pollution are when animals become entangled, ingest, or suffocate from this plastic. And there's also large pieces of plastic that can cut and give these animals large and deadly infections. And so the animals that are most affected by the plastic pollution are like whales and porpoises that become entangled and ingest the plastic. You got like sea turtles, fish, and seabirds that often mistake plastic for food, and they become entangled. And then apex predators such as like sharks that eat animals that have already ingested plastic, so then they get the plastic, it just moves up and down the food chain. And then, so not only does it affect animals, but it affects us. And like Sophia said, like we ingest the food, the animals from the ocean that have consumed the plastic, and then we are in turn getting those like microplastics into our body, and it can expose us to harmful chemicals. And due to this being a fairly new problem, we're not exactly sure the long-term effects, but like she said, it could cause cancer, and I don't think anybody wants cancer. And so how bad this problem seems, it might feel like there's not a lot we can do about it, but if you just do your part, it'll make a big difference. So one thing you can do is you can prevent using single-use plastic, such as like water bottles, like plastic utensils, straws. And so you can use reusable stuff, like I see lots of hydro flasks and stuff. When you go to the grocery store, you can use a reusable bag instead of buying the cheap plastic ones you just throw away every time after use. And I know it's impossible to never not use single-use plastics, and so another thing we can do is we can push for legislation to prevent more waste abatement programs and educate people on how to dispose and recycle their plastics, because a study done in Australia showed that when there are multiple programs in place to educate people and places to dispose of their trash, it's proven that it will reduce the amount of trash that makes into the ocean. And then you, like she said, you can also participate in beach cleanups, or even just when you go to the beach, you see some trash, just pick it up and throw it away. And so once we make a difference in this problem, the whole world will benefit. turtles will stop being found with plastic straws in their nose and suffocate from bags. Whales, sharks, and other porpoises will stop washing up on shore with hundreds of pounds of plastic in their stomachs and drowning from becoming entangled. And birds will stop mistaking plastic for bags of food and suffocating. And then we as people will also greatly benefit. Obviously, we'll stop consuming plastic from the fish or whatever we eat from the ocean. And the plastic has ruined some of the most beautiful places on Earth, so we will get to see it become much more beautiful and less dirty, obviously. And so, after doing all this research, one charity that I found that is doing great work trying to prevent this is Oceana. Oceana is the largest international advocacy organization focused solely on ocean conservation. Their mission is to protect and restore our oceans. In their words, they lead strategic campaigns and achieve measurable outcomes for the oceans. Oceana leverages law, science, grassroots activism, advocacy, and strategic communications to win policy change around the world. They have had over 275 victories and protected nearly 4 million square miles of ocean. So all you gotta do when you go to the website, you just go here, click ways to give, you can just choose however you want to do it. There's a bunch of different ways. So yeah, so when you donate to Oceana, you will save lives and help make a cleaner ocean. And so ocean pollution has become one of the most pressing and dire issues due to the worldwide effects it has. With your help, as well as donating to Oceana, you can make a difference, save the oceans. That's it.
All right. Thank